Interruption. My mom just called me out of nowhere. Like, I'd hoped that she would call me before I had to stream, but I always tell her to text before she calls because if she just calls without texting, then I think it's some kind of emergency. And no, it's not a freaking emergency, but I drop everything just to answer the phone. So, yeah. My nail is just really annoying right now. Would you just. Anyway, that's all beside the point. The point is we're making one of these. Gotta make one of these. Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? Hopefully you can. If not, I have a headset that I can use, but hopefully you just hear me okay. Let's see. Is this. Yes. This is the right string. Okay. Cool, you can hear me. Yeah, alright. Good. So we're just going to be making this, and hopefully we'll get a good bit of it done. So first of all, I have to chain 56, so I'm going to have to like pay attention and count. I always feel like I should start this part like off stream, just so that like I don't have to sit here counting for like a minute on stream. But anyway, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, we're almost there, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, and 56. And then I think I know this well enough that I don't have to like look at the pattern. Plus I have the other panel right in front of me to like see what the pattern is. So I think I should be okay. Oh, I've got that upside down. I think I should be okay with without the pattern this time. Because this is like my 4th time making this panel, because I made the first top, which is 2 panels, and then this is the either front or back panel on this second top. I don't know which one will be which. They're kind of interchangeable, like it's the same exact panel, so it doesn't really matter which side. Because it should theoretically be the same either way, because it's just the same stitches. But anyway, I was going to do another live stream of like cleaning up the living room and doing laundry and stuff, but I just do not feel well today. So I decided that I would try to do something at least to just like stay productive. But yeah. I think I chained 3 at the end of every row on this one, if I'm not mistaken. We'll just do that, and if it starts to look funky, we'll just frog it and do something else. I was remaking this because I think that I know that the last time I used too many stitches around the sleeve area. because I used like 20 more stitches than the person who wrote the pattern used. But I was thinking to myself, I was like, maybe that's because I'm using a different weight yarn, you know? But no, it turns out that it was just too many stitches. So I should have just used less. So the sleeves turned out like big and billowy on the other one. So for this one, I'm trying to make it to where like the top of the sleeve is actually fitted and then it bells out. But yeah, right now it's just a bunch of the same stitches over and over again, and I just have to remember like which row I'm on in the pattern. And then I have to repeat the pattern like 5 times for the whole top, the whole panel of the top. So it's like you have to do the same pattern like 10 times, technically. Why is all of this so very tangled? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see if we can get this untangled. That was relatively easy. There we go. Here we go. Alright. We're getting somewhere. Alright. There we go. That should give us a little bit of time before we have to worry about any of this again. Any of the untangling of things. Alright. Let's continue on. Maybe hit the vape. And I think we can squish you down a little bit there. And I've also got, instead of Dr. Pepper today, because they still haven't sponsored me, we've got Pib because it's $1 cheaper than Dr. Pepper right now. And with the price of everything on the rise, gotta cut costs where we can. Oh man. Alright. So let's continue on with this row. I think like the first row is the hardest row out of any row. Because you're having to like go back into the chain. So once we're done with this first row, it should start going more and more smoothly as we go along. Part of my brain is like panicking, like I have to look at the pattern, like there's no way I can't do this without the pattern. And then the other part of my brain is like, But you've done it so many times already. Like, you probably can. Like, it's probably fine. And then my brain is like, but what if I forget something small but important? And it's like, you'll figure it out. So I don't know. Excuse me. Maybe I'll end up looking at the pattern anyway at some point in time. I just feel so tired, like weak, tired, like fatigued in my bones, tired. So, like, I don't know what the hell to do about that. Like, I got a little sick earlier. So, like, realistically, I should just be, like, lounging back in bed. But I figured I would try to, like, at least do this for, like, I don't know, if I can do at least 30 minutes, that would be great. Of just, like, working on this thing that I've been meaning to work on for a while. But that I haven't got the chance to. Because I've been just so busy with everything else. Speaking of which, I do need to try to, like, mow the grass tonight because apparently it's going to rain tomorrow. Is what they're saying. That's what I've heard. Which, if that's true, then that'll mean that I'll be able to get done whatever I can get done now. And then, yeah, hang on. Let me figure this out. Okay, I'm gonna look at the pattern because I don't want to fuck anything up. Okay. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. I think that's right. I gotta look at it again. Hang on. It's 222. Yeah, every third stitch. Okay. Cool. So every third stitch we're gonna do stitches. That's good to know. Good to know. Alright. So yeah, I don't think that today I'm gonna be able to get done like all of the mowing. But like honestly, if I could just get done with like part of it before my partner gets home, if he could like do some of it because I'm not feeling too good today, then like maybe we could knock the rest of it out without a problem. I don't know. Let's see. 3. Okay. Um I don't think I've ever tried to like do this before while also talking. So we'll see how many mistakes I make. But yeah, I'm just not feeling my best today. and I wish that I were feeling better because I really need to get the living room stuff done before Wednesday. And of course, it's Monday today, so that gives me not a lot of time to actually get everything done. But um, hopefully, I'll still have like the right amount of time for everything and actually be able to stay on task without being like too burned out about everything. Um, because I don't know, I think that that has been a big reason why I've been having such a hard time with like doing anything lately is burnout. But I don't think that that's it. Like maybe I just like I don't know, caught a bug or something. I'm just like not feeling super well. So obviously like something happened. So I have no idea about that, but we're just chugging along, getting to the end, towards the end of this second row, not round, row. Um, yeah, it doesn't, like, each individual row doesn't take, like, that long on this, but, like, the fact that there's, like, so many, and this is, like, really meant to be in a smaller weight yarn. So, like, just all of those factors combined to be, like, I don't know, if you're looking for, like, quick and easy stuff to make that you'll make a good return on, this is not the pattern for you. Um, so I would not recommend it for that. But if you just, like, want it for yourself and you don't want to pay an exorbitant amount for it, like, would definitely recommend making it as, like, a personal pattern. But definitely not a market friendly pattern. I don't think. Like, unless you're just willing to charge way less than what you're worth, should be, which I see a lot of people doing that. Because, like, let's be honest, everyone just thinks that, like, if their prices are the lowest prices that there are, then maybe they'll make some more money. But it just does not work like that. Like, I've had really cheap prices for things before and not gotten any sales either. So it's like I might as well just like not get any sales, but when I do get sales, they'll be like worth the sale and the the effort that has to go into like shipping said sale. Um just because like I don't know. What was the point I was making there? I don't know. I have no idea. Let's actually move you a little bit further back. You can still hear me all right, I guess? Maybe. All right, what do we do at the end here? Um yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Okay, and then 3 and then turn. All right. Yeah, so what do we want to talk about though? Um cuz I think now that I'm in more of a groove with this, I can probably talk a little bit more. I definitely need to do the rest of the living room, but I think I'm gonna do that off of live stream, just in little bursts, and like check in so that I can make this week's video that instead of the market video, because obviously the market didn't go as planned. If you have tuned in at all before, then you know that already. But yeah, the market didn't go according to plan, so I don't have an actual market video and breakdown to share with everybody like I was anticipating. And so the group chat is blowing the fuck up right now. Like, what the hell, guys? What are we talking about that's so important whenever I'm in the middle of doing stuff? Like, nobody wants to talk when I'm just sitting here and I'm like, oh, I would love for somebody to talk to me right now. But like when I have other stuff going on, everybody's like, "Oh, hey, did you hear about this thing?" Or like, "Hello, person." Words. I don't know. But what was I even saying? Oh, did I lose my train of thought? I think I might have. The market video that doesn't exist. Anyway, yeah, so the market video doesn't exist, so I've got to put a video in its place. So I really need to get, like I said, I need to get it all done by Wednesday, really. So if I could make that happen, or like get most of it done to the point where everything that needs to go out to the shed is stuff that I can tote on my own, even that would be ideal. Um, but yeah, so that's the plan, is to get all of that done and have that video ready by Friday. Which, like, really and realistically, in order to get the video done by Friday, I really need Thursday to be able to, like, edit the damn thing and come up with a thumbnail and all of that good shit. So really, I need to have it all done by Wednesday anyway. So I don't know. Hopefully, I can just bust ass, like, because tomorrow I don't have any streams scheduled because I decided to stop doing Tuesday streams because it just seemed like nobody was ever on Tuesdays. So it got to the point where it was like, why am I even still doing this, you know? So I decided to take that time instead, and this week it's going to be really helpful because I'm actually going to be like doing a bunch of stuff out in the living room with that time, and doing laundry and such, and hanging laundry. Like, if I had more closet space, I wouldn't freaking mind, but the fact that I gotta, like, claw through everything else to, like, get to the point where I can find space in the closets, it's just ridiculous, honestly. But, yeah, let's do that. Then we double crochet. And then we 1, 2, 3, and then we turn. Okay. And then now that we've got our 2 rows of things, this is where we do the clusters, right? So yeah, okay. So I was looking at it backwards. So we do a cluster here. And then 2. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now that I've remembered how to do that, maybe I can actually get to the point where I can talk while doing that. Perhaps, without having to count so rigidly. But this is what we've got so far. This is what it's looking like. It's getting all tangled again. Okay, hang on. Why is it so tangled? Anyway, this is what it's looking like. We've got not quite one of these. Oh, somebody liked this video. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. But yeah, I've got not quite one of these sections, of which I need 5 done. So, and it's already been 24 minutes, like 24 and a half minutes. All right. Let's hit the vape. Gosh, everybody in the group chat, like, it almost makes me want to put my shit on Do Not Disturb, because, like, it's just bothering me. Scarred your mom for life? How, though? Um, what am I gonna do? I don't know. I think this row is gonna be harder than the rest to actually like crochet and talk on, because I have to make sure that I keep count, really and truly, because that's important. Um, but yeah, what else to talk about besides the fact that I've got to get the living room done in like 2 days? Well, actually, in like a day. Oh, damn. See, I'm always afraid that shit like that's gonna happen, that I'm gonna message the wrong person, so I like double and triple check before I send things that I'm sending them to the right people. Just because, like, I'm so terrified that that's gonna happen. And even with stuff that it doesn't matter. Like if I send my mom my grocery list instead of my partner, like that doesn't matter. Like she's just gonna be like, what is this? And so then I'm gonna have to be like, oops, that was supposed to go to my partner instead. But then, like, I don't know, sometimes I'll actually be like talking to my friends, like especially if it's about somebody. Like somebody had messaged me about some bullshit, and so I was talking shit about them to my friends, and I was like, holy shit, what if I like accidentally was talking shit but like sent it to the person that I was talking shit about? I mean, I would stand behind it because like I would say that shit to their face. I don't care. But like I don't really like, this person doesn't know me and I don't know them. So like they really shouldn't be as rude as they have been. So I don't care. Yeah, that one chick. That one that was like, yeah, I'm not even going to get into it, but yes. Yes, I believe so. Because it was some bullshit, man. It was some whole bullshit. But anyway, I'm beyond that now. So I'm just gonna like continue living my life and just being out here trying to get a job. That's the other big thing, is trying to get a job. I was really hoping that I would hear back from the one job today, and I have not heard anything yet, and it is 2:36. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll just be late getting back to me. They didn't actually say like a time frame of like when they would get back to me. Oh, excuse me. Back to me. But yeah, so I don't actually know when they're supposed to get back to me, but I was assuming it would be soon-ish, because like seeing how the interview took like 6 minutes, like you would think that they would be quick about getting back to me and either being like, no, we're going with somebody else, or yeah, go ahead and set your start date so that we can get you in here. So you would think it would be like one or the other pretty quickly, but I don't know. I just don't know. It would be an ideal job because it's like right next to one of the places where my partner works. So we would be able to like share lunch a lot. It's 100 out. Yeah, see? And then like I'm already feeling sick. I don't need to be like, ugh. I don't need to be killing myself out in this 100-degree weather to cut the fucking grass, right? Like, I just don't. It's really ass that summer is the time when the grass needs to be cut most. Because, like, summer is the exact opposite of when you want to be out doing yard work. Especially around here. Especially around here. But yeah, that doesn't surprise me. And then it's supposed to be rainy. Heat advisory on top of it, yeah. That doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah. Um, so yeah, I'm supposed to be, doing the yard work. But who knows? I was supposed to do it last night, and then I took a nap and took a little bit too long of a nap. Like, I should have had an alarm set for sooner than when I woke up, so that I could have actually like gone out and done something. Because it wouldn't be that big of a deal if I had done more yesterday. Let's see, last stitches. And 3. 1, 2, and a double crochet. Alright, so we've got almost one whole thing. So basically, well, yeah, we just need to do like a row like this on top, and then we'll have 1 out of 5 done. So, yes. I would be working on the shorts out of this yarn, but I have to like stop and try them on to make sure that they fit right like every round, and I can't do that on stream, unfortunately. Because they're not going to be baggy shorts, so it's not like I could have like a different pair of shorts on and then also try them on. But yeah, alright. So then what? 1, 2 here? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Alright, this one should be fairly easy to count on. So we should be able to talk about whatever. I was thinking about signing up for like Pride to vend there, but like I just don't know. Like it's $60. So that's like would make over $100 that I spent in booth fees, and like there's no guarantee that this one will be any better than the last one, especially with the weather the way that it is, and the fact that I think it's also an outdoor market. So I don't know, like part of me wants to do it, but then it's like, what if it turns out just like the other one and it's just a waste of money and time and energy that I don't have? You know, but then I spent all this money investing into my setup for vending. So it's like I have to get some kind of like vending done. Some kind of vending done to make it worth it, you know? But yeah, what else to talk about? I really love this color of yarn. I wish I had gotten even more of it than I did. Like, I wish that when these large value pounds were on sale, I wish I had gotten 2 pounds instead of just 1. Because then I would still have a lot of yarn. But I think that this project is going to be the end of this skein, because it took me, this is the pound and this is what I have left of it, and it took me like part of this and then 2 of the smaller skeins of this brand to actually do the first one. So I'm assuming it's going to take a little bit less on this one, just because the sleeves shouldn't be as belled out as soon as they were last time. So I should be able to get away with not having as much yarn, I guess. But I still wish that I had more, like, just so that I wasn't playing yarn chicken. Because I can't really afford to just go out and buy more right now. So until I get some, like, serious orders in, which, speaking of orders, my website still isn't paying for itself because I still haven't gotten even a single order on there. It's realalternatives.art, in case anybody cares. I don't have all of the new things that I made for the market up there yet, so I need to do that just as soon as I have the living room, like, in order. Because that's the order of things. Like, I gotta get the living room in order and do all the laundry. Then once all the laundry is done, I can take all the items that are freshly cleaned and I can take pictures of them. And then once I take pictures of them, then I can list them on my website. Order of operations. Alright, we're getting down to the end of this row. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And then the pattern starts over again. So we got a fifth of that done. And well, we should have already checked to see if it measured the same, but I was pretty certain it did, and it does. So, yeah. Maybe we'll be on here for like an hour and a half or something. Like, maybe we'll get 2 of these done. Two of these. So a second one in addition to the first one. Let me actually hit this vape first, though. And then we'll get on to the rest of it. Alright. So the pattern just repeats the same way. So that's all that we're doing, is just repeating the pattern. Oh boy, my eye is itchy. Whew. And you know, I've been wanting to make things, but like I just haven't had the time or like the energy to actually do it recently. Just because of like probably the burnout mainly. And then the fact that I've had like all of this other stuff hanging over my head that needs to be done first. So like I'd feel bad if I had like taken time off to like crochet. Today's a little different because this is about as much as I can muster today. Just because of how sick I feel. And then the heat advisory outside, so I can't exactly go like do all the yard work and like not feel even more terrible than I do now. But yeah, let's see if we can just get this second iteration of the pattern done. Did the microwave just beep? Why is the microwave beeping? My immediate thought is the cat, but like, she doesn't know how to use the microwave. And the buttons are on the side, like it takes a lot to press them. But then sometimes stuff will just like beep on its own because of the electricity doing something weird. So I don't know. It could be anything. It's ghosts. It's the ghosts messing around. But yeah. What to talk about though? So like this is the first fall like semester type beat. The first fall semester that I'm not like in some kind of school. Um like there have been some semesters that I've had to like drop mid semester or something. But for most semesters, especially at the beginning, I was like in school. So it's really weird to like not be gearing up for that, or like to have already been thinking about that. So it's just now up to me to just get a job, which is proving to be a lot more difficult than I thought. Like you would think with the whole narrative of like, oh, nobody wants to work anymore, that there would be more jobs out there actually hiring people, but there's really not. There's really not. Like maybe in the high turnover positions that just they're high turnover anyway, like serving and fast food and retail, like maybe those are the people that are like mainly on the oh nobody wants to work anymore train, because like no, nobody wants to work those jobs. Like they're a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. You don't get the time off that you deserve. You don't get treated the way that you deserve. You get treated like you don't really even matter. Oh, and then do I just... Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Rant over, I guess, because I can't even remember where I was going with that. But anyway, let's just do this number here. And I don't know, this would be so much easier if like I was the type of person who had like a huge following and there were a bunch of people online who just wanted to like know about my crochet journey and all this stuff. Speaking of my crochet journey, here on YouTube, that has consisted mainly of like what I've tried to make more alternative type crochet content instead of your like usual run-of-the-mill boho style type stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm doing a decent job. I have a lot of plans. So definitely stick around and stay tuned for all the things that I have planned. Because I do plan on keeping up with my posting schedule. Like, I'm going to be doing a little bit better about, like, actually scheduling ahead of time here soon. Because I had everything, like, a while out. Oh, okay. I had everything, like, scheduled out for, like, 7 or 8 weeks, right? And so that gave me 7 or 8 weeks to, like, work on scheduling more stuff. Well, it took me that whole 7 or 8 weeks to decide to do these videos that I'm in the middle of posting. Like, I just posted the other one Friday, the second one, and then the third one is going to be this Friday. And then after that, I do have several other videos that I need to go ahead and queue up. So hopefully this next week I'll be able to do that. Because if not, I'm gonna be in trouble with myself for not sticking to my schedule. If it turns out that, like, I can't stick to the Friday schedule, then I'll just schedule it like some other day of the week, like Wednesdays or something. And then I'll still keep the live streams on Monday if I can, with the job and everything. Oh, thank you for the like. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, so hi, hello, how are you today? The yarn is getting tangly, just a little bit. You liked, thank you, I appreciate it. You always seem to like my stuff, it's always appreciated. But, yeah, what was I even just talking about? I don't even know. Something about crochet and YouTube and stuff, and my plans, and how I let myself get behind. Furls hooks. Huh. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I've thought about investing in better hooks, like different hooks. I hear a lot of good things about the clover hooks, but then there's other people that are like, no, it's not my style. So, like, I don't want to, like, invest any kind of crazy money. Like, the hooks that my friends have given me have worked out pretty well so far for everything that I've needed. Like, the only thing that I don't like is the 3.5 millimeter. Yeah, I've heard a lot of that they're great. But the 3.5 millimeter that I have that has this, like, rubbery end on it, the rubbery end keeps, like, sliding off, and I don't know if I need to just E6000 it or if I just need a new hook. But it's, like, deterred me from, like, yeah, no, like, the only time that my hand hurts really is when I'm, like, pushing myself too far. Too much. It really does fix everything, yeah. It really does. But yeah, so I don't know, like, maybe I just need to get a new hook, or, like, maybe I need to try that. But it's really deterred me from working on projects that are using the 3.5, such as the shorts that are up here. Oh boy, yeah. Crocheting constantly at 10 hours a day is a lot. Trust me, because, like, I wasn't doing it for, like, 10 solid hours a day, but, like, I think he said that he was chatting with a, like, school or something at the same time, but, so I'll probably pop in and out. But, what was I saying? What was I saying? I don't know. And how about geek out with me over this? Have you heard about the Joanne, Juicy Couture velour yarn that they've got? Have you heard about that shit? I finally, like, I've kept looking it up and looking it up on the app to see when it would be available, and every time it's yeah, I haven't seen it in any videos yet, But I saw it in a post in a group that I'm in, and I screenshotted it immediately and was like, I need this in my life. Like, I shared it with my friends. I was like, I need this in my life. And then I kept checking, and it wasn't on the Joann's app or whatever. And then finally, I checked one day, and it was. And the only disappointing thing is they don't have anything like Yarn Geek. Ooh, okay. I need to like remember that and look that up immediately after this stream. I did not order because I don't have any money because my market went so bad, and like, so I just don't have money for yarn right now. But like, my only regret is that they don't have like anything close to this color. They only have like a single blue, and it's like a more even darker than this blue. It's like, yeah, it's basically pink and red and like some gray and then black, right? And then like white. So I'm thinking I'm going to do like maybe black and white with like the corally pink accents for something. So I don't know. I'll have to check on like, I don't know. I'll either have to like come up with my own pattern, which I might do, or I'll have to like find a pattern that I like for it and figure out how much of each yarn that I'm going to need and how much it's going to cost. Because I had told my partner, um, oh yeah, for sure. I had told my partner that I was like, look, listen, if it's at the point where it's like mesh sleeves, yes, I was so thinking about that. But it's like, if I'm gonna spend like $30 on a thing anyway from like the store, right? Like, if I'm making myself a jacket and I was gonna spend like $30 to $60 on a jacket at the store, then as long as I spend less than like $30 or $60 on the yarn, then it's the same exact thing. I just have to make it. And I don't mind making it, you know? So, like, as long as it's not too expensive when I total up how much yarn I'm gonna need, then before too long, I'm going to totally do that. Because velour? Are you freaking kidding me? Of course, yes. Thank you, yes. I adore polyester yarns because they're just so freaking soft. Like, they're the softest of yarns. And, like, I hate that they're made out of like synthetic materials and such, but like for the feel of it, like you just can't, you just can't. And I haven't even like been in store to see any of the yarn in person. I don't know if they have it at my local Joann's. I haven't checked yet, but I'm just like super excited to get my hands on it because I'm in love. It's great. It's great. I've just been like trying to like find somebody to geek out with me about that for a little while now, and nobody can hang. Nobody can hang. So like I got like I posted on Facebook. I was like, somebody needs to geek out with me over this yarn. Halloween yarn. It's sold out already. Oh my god. Of course it is, because everybody's already thinking about Halloween because it's the next big thing right now. But yeah, I had posted about it on Facebook. I was like, somebody geek out with me over this yarn, and like one person liked it, and I was like, come on. Big Twist brand. Yeah, that's what I'm using right now, is the Big Twist Value Pound in teal to make one of these, which is going to be that crop top. It's going to be exactly the same in the body as the first crop top that I made, because I didn't have a problem with that fit. So yeah, I'm gonna just make the sleeves start a lot smaller so that they actually hug my arms for a little bit until they get to about here, and then they'll flare out instead of just being completely flared from the beginning. So yeah. What are they? Well, I don't know if it would be giving away the pattern if I told you what they were. Like, I can show you a little bit better. Like, there's like cluster, I think cluster and V. So yeah, do with that what you will. Not like handing you the written pattern or anything. But yeah, and then there's double crochets, of course. There's rows of double crochets. So yeah, it's basically just all double crochets. It's just some are clusters and some are like in the different shapes. Well, like I've said before on here during this video, like it's a great pattern. Like if it was like, I don't know what it's going to be sold at, but if it's like $5 or less, it would be worth buying just to make for yourself. But it eats so much yarn, and this is like weight 4 yarn, and it was meant to be made in like weight 1 through 3. So like it eats so much yarn and takes so much time. Yeah, this was one that I got to test. So I already made one. That was my initial test, and then I was working on this other one to see if I could get the sleeves to do the right thing. So yeah, it's not out yet. It's still in testing, because some people, like I said, they're using like weight 1 through 3 instead of 4, like I did. And it took me probably like 16 hours to make the first one. So I'm not feeling great. Like I did not feel great this morning. I actually got really weak all of a sudden after feeding the cats. So I came in here to lay down, and then I was hit with just a bunch of nausea. And after the nausea, it was like I had no choice but to go throw up. So, but then afterwards, I was able to like eat like normal, and I'm obviously like okay enough to sit up and be doing at least as much as I'm doing. So, yeah, I figured why not at least try to be productive if I can. But like I was saying about the pattern, like it would be worth buying if you're just going to like make it for yourself or for like friends and family, but I would not recommend actually buying it to try to sell finished made objects from the pattern, because although you're allowed to, I just don't I don't see I don't see charging less than at least a few $100s for this. Like, and it being worth your time. Like you would bare minimum for a small size have to charge like between $200 and $300 depending on what weight yarn you're using. And like who's going to pay that, you know? Yeah, it takes, yeah, if you're one that you like quick workup projects and stuff, then yeah, I would definitely not recommend this, because it does take, like I said, it probably took me like between 12 and 16 hours. Like anywhere between 12 and 16 hours. So, it definitely did not work up very fast. It was over the span of like 4 days. And that's just an estimate with like how long I think it took. 2 and 3. I hate these rows most of all because they make me actually have to count. Oh. Oh wow, yeah. My first skirt that I ever made was gosh, I don't know if you guys would have seen it. It's the spiderweb cutout skirt inspired by the like spider boob top or whatever by Passionate Kelsey. And so I wanted to make a matching skirt, so I made this skirt out of a weight 3 yarn, because it was weight 3 that I made it was like a Karen, some kind of like wheel cake thing. Yeah, it was really great, but like the thing about it is that there were so many ends, because in order to keep the pattern of like the gradient of color the same, I would have to like get to the end of one side, and then there was the spiderweb cutout section, and I'd have to like cut the yarn and then reattach it over here and then go back this way and then like cut the yarn and then reattach it and then go this way and then just like around and around until it like seamed up again on the sides in order to like make the circles. And then I had to actually make the spider webs, so that was fun. And I had to weave in all of those ends, and it was a weight 3 yarn, so it took me like forever. I swear I was working on this skirt for like a month, on and off between like class and stuff. It must have taken me like a month. It was a lot. Skirts and bottoms are a lot to do, to work on. Like, I have this one pair of shorts now that I can't work on here because I have to like try them on, but I've gotten to the point where like I'm not quite at the point where like the legs need to seam off from each other, so I'm still on the booty part. So I gotta, like, I'm trying really hard to make sure that these fit really well, so that's why it's taking forever. But I've got like just a little bit more off of this skein. Well, I think I was using like a weight, no, what kind of hook was I using with the weight 3? I was using like at least a 3.5 millimeter. Oh, let me take this call real quick. It might be my job. Hello? 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 Nope, if it's important, they'll call back. Okay. Anyway, I was really hoping that was going to be the job and they were going to be like, hey, we need another interview. We'll schedule it for sometime this week. That would have been great, but no. Damn. That's unfortunate. And somebody else liked this. Thank you. Thank you for the like. I don't notice it immediately when it happens, but I try to like keep an eye on it. So anyway, back at it again. Back at it again. 2 and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, and my nose is itchy. Alright. What to talk about, though? Yeah, like, I know somebody that I could pay to edit my YouTube videos and stuff, but, like, can I afford to pay somebody to edit my YouTube videos and stuff? Fucking probably not. Probably not. So, I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon until or unless I get a really good paying job. So we'll see about that in the near future. But as of right now, with the no money in my pockets, it's just not looking very good. There we go. we're getting towards the end of this row. Excuse me. All right. There we go. There's the hold up. Alright, so now we've got to untangle this glob of a mess of a thing of yarn. So I guess we'll be doing this for a minute, because that's just what it's going to take to actually, like, be able to do something again. Alright, but hopefully it's not that tangled. Hopefully. It doesn't look like it's that tangled, so, like, I wonder why it was acting tangled in the beginning, in the first place. Like, that doesn't make any sense, yarn. 81 damn chains, yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that. It's okay. Yeah, I'm just untangling this yarn here. Or trying to. There we go. There's a tangle. Yeah, there was like up to 5 at one point for a second there. I was like super surprised. I looked up and it was like 3 people. No, 4 people. No, 5 people. And then like they left just as quickly. And then like everybody left for a second when I was like, "Oh, hang on, this might be a job. I got to answer the phone." Then everybody was like, "Oh, let me dip out." And it's all good. It's all good. Like, I understand. Especially if it was a job phone call and I was gonna be like on the phone for a minute. Lives are scary. Yeah. I mean, they can be. They can be. Why are you so tangled? So tangled. Okay. Finally getting somewhere. Alright. Cool. It's even more tangled now. Okay. The other day, I was like on stream and I was like fighting with this Dollar Tree yarn skein for like 40 minutes. Like 40 whole minutes. I was just sitting here like fighting for my life. It was not fun. It was I don't know if it was entertaining, but it was not the funnest thing from my end. And the group chat is blowing up again. Like, Jesus Christ, guys. This is why I'm not part of group chats and stuff, because like every time I say something, I feel like I'm bothering everybody, and then like the rest of the time, like, they're bothering me. Because like that's probably why I feel like I'm just bothering people, because like every time everybody's like going crazy in the group chat, I'm like, God damn, could you shut the fuck up? Could anyone ever just shut the fuck up? But then it's like only when I like don't when I'm like in the middle of something and like I literally can't talk to people. That's when I'm like, could everybody just take a chill pill? Cuz I'm busy. Okay. Okay. It's looking a little bit better. Not the best. Okay. There we go. Breakthrough. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Now, was that so hard? Was that so difficult, yarn? Apparently so, because it's still fucking tangled. Okay. But I'll untangle that real quick. Alright. Oh, and there's another one. Another tangle. Alright. Let's get rid of this. Nope, that's not the right way to do that. Okay. Hang on. Hold on. Hold on. It's gotta be some kind of... Okay, hang on. Would it just... If I just... No, it's just tangled into... It's just a whole knot now. So there's just gonna be a knot in my project. Whatever. You know, whatever. I don't even care at this point. Don't even care at this point. Okay, let's... Okay, so that's the one end. And that's the other end. Okay. So let's just set that down. Let's just set that down and continue on with the crochet project. Nope, too far. You know what I've been doing lately? I'll show you a picture. Like the past couple of days or so. Or yeah, just the past couple of days. But I've been making these like yogurt bowls. So it's like plain soy milk yogurt, and then like I'll put like I put a scoop of peanut butter and a scoop of chocolate frosting and a scoop of lemon frosting for flavors, and then I put like granola and then frozen blackberries and then freeze dried or like dried cranberries, and I think that's it. I think that's all that I put in there, but it's like really fucking good. And like really all the ingredients were only like a couple of dollars each, so like broken down it's like not that much for, you know, not as much as they would charge in a shop or something for like a loaded yogurt bowl or something. So that's what I just had for breakfast today after, because like what was really funny is all that I had done was drank a soda and I fed the cats, and then I felt so sick that I had to go throw up. So like all I threw up was the soda. So then immediately afterwards I ate like 4 pieces of bread because I was like, I need to get the stomach acid like levels leveled out or whatever. And then after I did that, I was like, man, I'm still kind of hungry. Maybe I'll like make a yogurt bowl. So I did, and I ate the whole thing. So I'm obviously feeling at least alright. Because if I hadn't accidentally skipped last week's live stream. I might not have streamed today. Sparkling water. I can't stand sparkling water. It's like, it's got some of the characteristics of soda, but like the flavor just isn't there for me. Like, I just can't. Just can't. But yeah, so we're on the last cluster of this row, actually, so I'm just gonna hurry up and finish that real quick. Need some bubbly right now. No, I feel that, like, if I just didn't have soda and that's just like all that was available, I would totally drink it, just to get something. But would much rather have actual soda. Alright, cool. So now it's fine. Yeah, well, some kind of flavor. As long as you got some kind of flavor, right? That's the most important part, is the flavor bit for me. The flavor and the fact that I like them to be, like, pretty much ice cold when I'm drinking them, so that it's, like, really nice and refreshing. So, like, somebody once told me to drink Dr. Pepper warm, like, heat it up, and I was like, what? Who do I blame for this blasphemous atrocity? Like, right, I don't know, apparently it tastes good or something, but like, I just can't. I just can't. If you're team warm Dr. Pepper, I just can't with you. Sorry. Like, I wish I could, but I can't. But yeah, I don't know why anybody, like, you just forgot it in your hot car in the Arizona desert, and, like, you were just dying for soda, but you didn't want to, like, put it in ice or something. So, or, like, ice didn't even help. It was still warm because it was so scorchingly hot or something. And so you were like, I don't care, I just need me some Dr. Pepper. And then it's like, oh, this tastes so good because I haven't had soda in 3 days and I almost forgot what it tasted like. And then, so some guy is, like, babbling on now about hot Dr. Pepper being, like, God's gift to the earth. Meanwhile, it's just that, like, he just didn't have soda for a while and forgot, like, what the hell it tasted. I don't know. I'm rambling. But you get what I'm saying. The story is clear there. But yeah, so, what else to talk about, though? What should we talk about? I'm on the end of this second, iteration of the pattern. So we're at the end of this part of the pattern there. So we've got, like, half a row left to do, a little over half a row left to do. And then, I don't know, because, like, I definitely think I might take a nap after this. For sure. Is that, those are both, okay, cool. Those are both on there. So yeah, probably a nap is in order after this, just because I don't want to, like, overwork myself doing too much, and, like, I'm already at that knot. Oh, because I was doing it the other way. Okay. And am I sure that I can't get this knot out of here? Right, like, that's what I'm talking about. But, like, somebody was, like, for real about that shit. I don't know. Somebody was talking about it for real, and I was like, I just can't with you. Just can't. But, No, yeah, you can. That's how I started streaming. Is like you can literally just open up your phone and you click on like creator mode, and then you click like go live, and it asks if you're doing mobile games or like IRL streaming. And so you just click IRL streaming, and it like automatically has your front facing camera on so that you can see yourself. And the chat normally like pops up in the screen and stuff. So yeah, there you shouldn't have to have any extra thing going on. And like even if you normally would stream from a desktop and you're connected with like Streamlabs or something, then when you open up Twitch and you go live, it will, if you have any commands like in the chatbot stuff that goes out, then it'll still send the chatbot stuff even if you're on mobile too. So I thought that was really interesting that it still does that. But yeah, it's like super, super duper easy. Need attention today. No, I feel that. Yeah, that's completely valid. Like that's my main reason for streaming is because I like the attention and sitting here talking to people and like having community building moments and stuff, you know? Like I like that. So that's what I'm going for here. Just chatting with my community. But yeah, would totally recommend. It's totally worth it. Because like even if you don't even get like a lot of people watching you at one time to begin with, like there'll be people and you'll probably remember them because they'll be like the only person that was there during a single day that you were streaming, and then like they'll come in later and just like check up on you and be like, "Oh yeah, how have you been doing? How was that thing that you had going on?" you know? And you'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's going pretty good," you know? And all that good stuff. So, would definitely recommend. It's worth doing. Um, but yeah. So we're getting down to the end of this. And why is it tangled again? Why are you tangled again? Don't do that. We just spent enough time untangling you. Don't. Let's not. Yeah, no, you don't have to leave up the recording. You can set it to where your VODs like automatically disappear instead of like saving in the system, I think. I don't know if you have to be on a computer to do that part, like to set it up that way. But you might have to be on the computer. I would check that out, like, or definitely you can go into your VODs after the fact and delete whatever you don't want there. Yeah. Would definitely recommend because, like, a lot of, at least a few things, like shifting your schedule around and stuff, you can only do it from, like, the desktop version. But anyway, so I guess we will start on the third iteration of the pattern, because as you can see there's the two rows of the pattern here. So we'll just go ahead and start on the third, because like now that I have all of this yarn just like hanging out, I kind of want to get through all that yarn. And yeah. I don't want to like have a bunch of yarn hanging out. Keep this top, wear white under it. Yeah, I probably am going to keep it unless like I want to give it to a friend that's going to be the same size as me, because it's like my size. So it's got to be someone that's like my size or smaller. But I think it's gonna turn out really great. Like I said, I already made it once with like the big bell sleeves that start like belling out from like way up here. But this time I want it to be more cinched up here and then bell out. So that's gonna be the target for this one. But first we have to get the main body done. So we have 3 more iterations of the pattern here before we'll be done with the body. And then we gotta seam that together and then start on the sleeves. Excuse me. We are once again going to be making it a long sleeve. Yeah, no problem. But we're once again going to be making it long sleeve, so it's going to take a little bit of yarn. Hopefully I have enough yarn left, but if not, then I'll just have to like put this project on hold for a minute until I can afford more yarn. Because like I said, I would have to charge like hundreds of dollars for one of these. Like it's not going to really be worth making these to sell. Unless I make a real name for myself and I can actually afford to get that much money per sale out of people, you know. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Maybe eventually I'll have designs that'll be like super complicated that people will just pay money for without even thinking about it. I don't know. We'll see. But yes, Twitch related questions. I welcome most questions as long as they're respectful. Yeah, like I said, I think that that's a thing that you should be able to keep to do in your settings, like on Twitch from your laptop. Because it asks you whether or not you want to save the VOD and like for how long after your stream do you want to save it. So you would just like click on I don't want to save my VOD after the fact. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've had a bunch of like back and forth, especially streaming here on YouTube, about like whether or not I actually want to publish the lives after the fact. And yeah, sometimes I don't feel as confident, but a lot of the times I still do it anyway, whether I feel really confident or not. Just because, like, what at the end of the day, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Like, oh no, somebody might see my video where I'm acting like a dork and tune in for my other videos because I continue to act like a dork. And they like that for some reason. Oh no. Yeah. The whole thing about my old YouTube videos and stuff is just the fact that, like, my audio quality was just not there. Like, my audio quality and the fact that I just ramble, like, I'm saying really good things in a lot of my earlier videos. I'm just not saying them in a way that, like, is conducive to audience retention. So, if I could, like, take what I said and package it up a little bit prettier than just throwing it together and throwing it on YouTube, then, like, maybe we'd be getting somewhere. But, like, already on here today, like, I'm getting more traction than I normally get on Twitch. Oh, yeah. Well, a lot of people will probably for sure say that. But, like, I don't know, my video quality is not always great, especially with the longer videos, because I use an app called InShot to do all my video edits, and the longer the video, the less likely it is to let you save it at a higher quality, like, because of the file size and the fact that it just can't process past a certain file size. Like, it'll have like an error every time you try to save it if it's like too great of a file size. So you really just have to like be careful and keep it under a certain time frame, really. So in order to get the like larger file size and better quality. But yeah, I mean, I still use the app. I've got editing software on my computer now that I could be using, but then I'd have to transfer everything to my computer. Oh, $30 a month. Oof. I don't know if I could spend $30 a month on this point, at this point on like hardly anything. Probably not. Can't really afford much right now because I poured all that money into, like, is it like Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro or like something like that? Yeah. Yeah. That's like Adobe, right? Gmail, why are you notification notifying me? Yeah, okay. Just no reason. No good reason. Okay. Cool. So that's the end of that row. So 1, 2, 3. And now we're on the next row. Which is where we do this number here. And you know, I'm really surprised that my thumb isn't hurting me more. I don't know if you can see that. Like, you can kind of see that little mark. I was opening my non-yogurt yogurt and the plastic of the cap just like sliced into my finger. Ooh. So that was loads of fun. I really appreciated that. But yeah, so I had a band-aid on it overnight, and I think it's better now. It's not, like, severely hurting or anything. There's just a little flap of skin that's, like, now dead skin that is, like, really getting on my nerves. But we'll see how much farther I can go without it being, like, an actual issue. But yeah, like a lot of the times on Twitch, I'll be lucky to get like 2 people watching me at the same time. And like most often, like more often than not, it's like my 2 friends that watch me. So like regardless of other things, at least on YouTube I get like a few more people here and there. Starting some mesh sleeves in a neat yarn. Simply Soft Party. Silver Sparkle. That sounds really cool. That sounds like it's gonna be very flashy. Very nice. I actually love doing like the faux bolero like sleeves that is like the little crop top with just the sleeves, and I've done several of them in like different yarns. I even made one in like a weight 4 yarn that also has like chains and stuff on it that's all distressed. I don't know if you guys have seen it on here before, but gray with a thread running through it that's all different colors. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Wait, did I do the wrong thing? I totally did the wrong thing. That one. That's the right thing. That's why. That's why it wasn't looking right, because it wasn't right. Okay, so we're just gonna try to use up all of this yarn that's out here. That's gonna be the goal. And it's already tangled again. Why is it tangled again? Stop tangling. Stop it. Oh, another like. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. But, yes. What else to talk about? I feel like I've pretty much exhausted my list of topics. And that's the hardest thing I think that there is about streaming, is when I just feel like I'm all talked out. Like, I've talked about all of the things. And I don't want to just sit here repeating myself, because I feel like especially if somebody has been here the whole time, then they're gonna get tired of hearing the same thing and then like leave. But then it's like whenever new people do come in, it's like, oh, but they haven't heard the story yet. So it's a mix of that. But like most of my viewers don't really like say much of anything. Like a couple people do here and there. But most people just kind of like chill and watch. So like I can't really gauge whether or not they're like the same viewer just tuning back in after taking a bathroom break, or you know, a different viewer that only just found my channel or something. I don't know. It's a little difficult. But it's not that bad. I think I need to stretch out my other leg. Oh. Stretch out my other leg. Oof. Alright. Yes. This one. Let's put the yarn where it's supposed to go, shall we? But yeah, and I feel like this is more likes than one of my videos have gotten in a long time. Because, like, recently I've been uploading these, like, super long videos. And, like, of course, some people don't mind that. But, like, other people fucking do mind that. So, like, they'll start in on a video and then, like, expect for an hour-long video for it to be, like, super entertaining. And then I'm just over here, like, rambling on about the 16 things that I have to do. And everybody's like, what the fuck is this? Like, what the hell are you doing? But yeah. So, on to the, kind of more difficult row again. Gotta just make sure that I count right on this row. And that I don't slip the yarn through too many loops that it's not supposed to go through yet. And that's all. Those are the main considerations. But yeah, I don't know. It's not the worst pattern. Like, it's a fun pattern. Like, it doesn't really, because you're not doing like the literal same stitch over and over and over again. Like, you're doing different stitches like every row. Even if it is like alternating between the same like 4 stitches like in a pattern. It's a little bit more engaging than just doing the same thing over and over again. But it's basic stuff that you can probably like memorize after doing it for like a minute, to the point where you don't have to constantly be looking at the pattern. So like definitely for sure, if you just want like a beautiful crop top, or like you can make it any length really, but just a beautiful top with beautiful sleeves, bell sleeves. It's a really nice pattern for all that. So I would recommend it in that respect, but like especially if you don't like taking a long time on patterns, oh boy, like especially if you're slow at crocheting, would definitely not recommend this. Because like already it's been an hour and a half basically, and I am I'm maybe halfway through with this. So, yeah. That just goes to show you how slow it is on this particular pattern. 2 and 3. Oh my god, okay, so how about I never thought that my life would lead me here, but here I am about to say what I'm about to say. My partner recently started watching One Piece. So every once in a while I've been watching One Piece. Like, he's been watching episodes without me because he was like, do you want me to, like, wait to watch them with you, or is it okay if I just watch on my own? And I was like, look, there's so much of that show that I don't know for certain that I'm gonna be able to, like, stick with it. So, like, you can go ahead and just watch whatever you want to watch, and then I'll watch whatever I do watch with you. And if I decide one day that I want to start over from the beginning, that's on me. That's on me, you know? But, like, we're also in the middle of watching Fairy Tale, and then, like, we're waiting on, you know, more Chainsaw Man to come out, and Demon Slayer and stuff. And then we're, like, midway through the second season of The Devil's a Part-Timer. And we were also watching Game of Thrones, because he hasn't seen it before. We're just in the middle of watching so much stuff. Fairy Tale Best Anime, Total Drama Island. Fairy Tale Tattoo, that's super cool. That's another nerd tattoo that I would totally get in addition to this one. Like, this one's great, but, like, if I could have just, like, Fairy Tale, that would be great. Is this the last? I think it might be the last. Yeah, okay. Cool. I'd stopped mid-stitch. I almost couldn't figure out what to do. But yeah, so, like, I'm really having a good time, like, watching through Fairy Tale and stuff. And then we've also been watching that Nancy Drew series. I don't know who did it, but, like, it's more recent. It's about, like, Nancy Drew as, like, a young adult solving ghost adventures in her town and stuff. So it's pretty cool too. Yeah, for sure. One of these days I'll have more tattoos because I'll actually have money to pour into my tattoos. Won't that be a great day? One day, yeah. Definitely one day. But yeah, so I don't know. I was like I was like honestly, I should have been less shocked for something that has, like, so many seasons. Like, obviously it must be some level of good, because if it was absolute and utter trash, like, why would they have made so fucking much of it, you know? Like, I should have known that it was going to be at least decent. But, like, it's really decent. Like, it's a good show. Like, it's not a bad show. There's just such an ungodly amount of it that I just don't know if my ADHD brain can, like, process all of that. But then again, it's like maybe it would be a good thing to, like, keep coming back to over time. I don't know. I'm really, like, conflicted about actually, like, putting effort into watching it. So I really don't know what I'm going to be doing about that. But we'll see. We'll see in the coming months and stuff. I really just hope that I get a good job before it's been months. Basically. Because I really do need a job. It would really help me out to have a job. So, let's see. We've still got all of this yarn left to go through. So let's see how much more of this we can do. It is almost 4. I normally stream until like 4:30. So today, I guess we're going to race the clock and see which gets here first. The end of this little ball of yarn, or 4:30. Because it's 3:53 right now. So let's see. Let's see. Alright, and this is the row where I just go across with double crochets. So this is a pretty simple row. But yeah, yeah, was not expecting it to actually be like as good as it is, that show. Because I mean, the guy, like, it's like it's like a kid whose favorite superhero was Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four or whatever, and they're like, man, Mr. Fantastic is so cool, he can do all this stuff and blah blah blah, and but what if he were a pirate though, in an alternate world instead, you know? And it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how I feel about it. Because, like, definitely cool concept, I guess. Like, A for effort. Cool concept. But, like, man, I don't know. They just, I don't know. And then, like, now it's at the point where it's like there's so much of it that, like, especially at the beginning, you're not even phased by, like, oh no, are they gonna make it out of this alive? It doesn't really look good for them right now, because it's like, if they didn't make it out of it alive, why would there be like 6 to 9 to 15 other, like, how many even seasons total are there? I know there's like over 1,000 episodes. I don't even know, but like however many episodes, seasons worth of episodes, it's like there's all of this in front of me that I have to watch. So obviously they don't like die right now. You know, like maybe somebody dies, but not everybody dies. So, you know, they could always go all, what's his name, George R. Martin in Game of Thrones on people and like kill a lot of the main characters and then just replace them with new main characters. But I don't know. I don't know. And another one that we never finished watching, Attack on Titan. Yeah, yeah. I haven't watched all of it. I need to. That's actually another one that I like need to actually catch up on, because I know that they either just came out with or are planning to come out with more than there already is, or something. Something like that. Alright, why is this yarn tangled again? Why do I have to ask myself the same exact questions? Why? Why? Okay. I still don't know why it's getting so tangled after I literally just detangled it. Like, what is the deal here? What is the deal? Oh, but man, yeah. Really needed to be doing stuff in the living room today, but like, I just do not have the energy. Like, it's amazing that I'm still. What was that? Without putting the future order feature on it? Oh, yeah. True. That sucks. Man, pizza would be good. I do like me some pizza. I don't actually know what I'm gonna be doing for dinner tonight. because I don't know, we could do like fish and mac and cheese, but then again, my partner is like not wanting to do the mac and cheese because he's trying to get all fit and stuff again and eat more protein and less carbs. So, I don't know. He was saying to me the other day, he was like, you need to be eating more protein and less carbs so that you feel more full and stuff. And I'm just like, could you comprehend how much more money we'd be spending on food if I were eating like all kinds of protein bars and cheese sticks and like meat all the time and stuff? Like, we would be spending way more on food, which is like the last thing that we need right now. Like, as long as I get fed, that's the important part right now. It's just making sure that there's enough money to where, like, I eat every day instead of eating protein heavy for, like, a couple of weeks and then not being able to eat for, like, certain days because we used up all the money on protein heavy foods instead of just whatever food was available. It's all gonna be better once I have a job, though. Because, like, once I have a job and we have 2 incomes coming in, it's over for you hoes. Like, we'll be alright. But it's just about getting there, I guess. Really. Alright, we're on the last couple of stitches in this row. Alright. And 1, 2, 3. There we go. Alright, we're getting down to like the end of this ball of yarn that I had pulled out and gone through. So that's 3 out of 5 done. And then hopefully whatever's left will be enough for the sleeves. I don't know, I'm really doubting it at this point. But like hopefully I can go back and get at least like another small bundle of it, like before, like a small skein, a normal value skein size, just before too much longer. I don't know. I really wish that I had like a bunch of orders coming in right now so that I could actually like afford the velour yarn, because that would be great if I could afford that right now. Like, I would actually take time off from doing a lot of other things to like make something for myself. Which, like, a lot of the times that I'm making tops, like, I make them in my size, but that's not because, like, I plan on keeping them. It's just because it's easier to make them in my size and see if they fit right and, like, adjust properly and if the plan actually works from in my brain, you know? But, yeah, let's get some more soda. We've got this much more yarn to go through. And two more iterations of the pattern to do. So, now we do the V-stitches. And what else to talk about? I don't know. I'm glad that everybody can hear me okay, because like every once in a while the internal like mic on my iPad will have problems or something when I'm streaming. So I'm really glad that everybody can hear me properly today. So like for future reference, if I'm ever streaming and like you can't hear me, please let me know. Like please just say something. be like, hey, we can't hear you. And I'll be like, oh, okay. Let me refresh the stream. Let me just like redo that because it's imperative that you hear me. So, yeah. Two in the same stitch. But yeah. I really do love this design though, like the pattern is really pretty. Um, Definitely like worth making once, but like making more than one, I don't know. Maybe I'll give one to like either a friend or to like my mom. I don't know. And like they're supposed to cut me off at a certain point in time during the live, but then they never seem to do that, and I wonder why. Alright. Maybe before I take a nap, I'll play my songs that I just wrote and practice them a little bit. Because, yeah, I just wrote them like 2 days ago, so I need to like burn them into my brain so that I can get to the point with them like I did with like certain other songs to where I can just play them without having to like have the paper in front of me or the iPad or whatever. The written version. Alright. 1, 2, 3. So I was looking up. Okay, so I've been on a real like food, like desserts kick. So I was looking up like different desserts and stuff, and so like on YouTube it came up with a like lemon cheesecake, and I already know that I can like make cheesecake without using eggs. But I was like, this particular lemon cheesecake used lemon curd on top of it. And I was like, I wonder if you can make like lemon curd without eggs because I know it has eggs in it. So, like, just to verify, I like looked at a normal recipe video and was like, yeah, this definitely has eggs in it. And then I looked up specifically like vegan recipes. I so want cheesecake. They have the Philadelphia cheesecake like in a container, like just like cheesecake mix in a container in the store, and like I just want to get one just to like not even to like make an actual cheesecake, just to like have maybe some toppings and just some cheesecake like in a bowl. Like maybe I could get graham crackers and like sprinkle it over the top a little bit, like a deconstructed cheesecake. Like that would be really fucking good. But yeah. So I was looking it up and yeah, you can totally make lemon curd without eggs. So score. Now to just actually make some. I gotta get my friend to let me use her kitchen so that we can just use her dishwasher. Alright. We're on the next row. Let's just continue on with these stitches. Alright, and what else to talk about though? Like, oh, another thing that I saw was like it was here on YouTube. It was like a dragon fruit cheesecake, but it was like dragon fruit and cheesecake, like melon ball, like shaped from melon balls, and then the cheesecake was like shaped in little molds to make these little like spheres of the stuff, and then it was put in a jelly base with like cheesecake filling on the bottom with like the graham crackers under that. And oh my god, it looks so good. I cannot wait to make it. Like, I'm so excited to make it eventually. Like, man, I don't know. I wish that I could like have events and have people turn out and it actually be worth the money invested in doing the event, because I would totally do a bake sale. Like, I would do a huge bake sale with like all kinds of cool baked goods and stuff. Like cheesecakes and brownies and like muffins and all kinds of shit. Like, I like baking. I just don't like the dishes afterwards. I hate dishes. Hate dishes. I need a place with a dishwasher so that I can just like, like, I just need a place with a dishwasher. Because if I had a dishwasher, it would be like a lot easier to make things, because then I wouldn't have to worry so much about the dishes as long as I rinsed them out and got them cleaned as soon as possible. And I could do that with a dishwasher. So, I'm just like, anybody out there in the world who has a dishwasher, you don't know how lucky you have it. Like, oh man, but I gotta empty the dishwasher, and I gotta load the dishwasher, and no, stop all that complaining. I don't want to hear any bit of it. Not one, ne'er one of them. None of it. 'Cause at least you don't gotta do dishes. Like, for real, for real. Alright. So, we're almost done with this row. And then another thing that I've thought about recently is like reading. Like, I should be reading, but like, I don't know, the only reason that I've actually read anything over the past like pretty much 8 years is because like they would require me to read stuff for class. And so I would read stuff for class, and that would be literally all that I would do. And yeah. So I don't know. I have a bunch of books from classes that I just haven't like finished reading, that I want to finish reading, but it's also like just so much effort to like pick up a book. Like, I used to be able to read like crazy, but like I was always reading like fiction books anyway. So I don't know if it's just the switch to nonfiction, because like that's most of what I read these days is nonfiction. So like maybe if I could start picking up, but I can't justify the time that it would take for me to do that, you know? Okay, so that's the 2, and so this is the slightly harder row. And what time is it? It's 4:13. Okay. So this is the slightly harder row where I actually have to like maintain a count. Sort of. I mean, I can kind of just tell from looking at it on the one hand, but then I don't want to like think that I've done it correctly and then like not, just because I wasn't counting. Okay, cool. So, yeah, but yeah, I don't know, it's just been like impossible for me to pick up a book. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, or if I'm actually gonna have like time and energy to like focus on that, especially if I do get like a full-time job here soon. Because if I get a full-time job here soon, then I'll be like full-time focused on whatever that job is. And then the rest of the time I'll be focused on trying to like keep up with my YouTube and streaming and everything. So like once I do have a job, my stream schedule is going to be like completely different from how it is now, probably. And so you'll just have to stay tuned for that because I don't have the community tab feature yet, so I can't just very easily tell you guys. If we could get me up to 1,000 subscribers real quick, then maybe I could just like let you guys know really easily without you having to like see my last live. Is that 3? I think that's 3. Let's see. But yeah, and then I don't know, I want to be like doing more with the ukulele. Like I've realized over like time of just like not playing a lot of my older songs that like I like them for what they are, but like I don't know if I like them enough to like put them on an album or something. So in order to like make my next album, I've got to make sure that I've got enough songs, not just songs period, but like songs that I want to actually put out there. So, and I still have to like finish re-recording one of my songs whenever my partner has time, and then I gotta record a knock for a different song so that we can get my first album slotted to release by New Year's. He was just asking me about it the other day. He was like, what are we even doing with your first album? And I was like, well, we're just going to get it done by New Year's. And he was like, okay, so you do have a timeline for that. And I was like, yeah, I totally do. We just haven't had time and energy to like focus on doing anything about it yet. So here we are. 3. 1, 2. We're getting close to the end of this row here. So we're just going to power through here. All right. 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. And I don't know what else to talk about right now. Cause just like really and truly, like the main thing is that I need a job. So like if just whatever job could just call me back and hire me, that would be great. And that would like solve pretty much all of my problems that I've been like talking about. 2 and 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. So we're almost out of this yarn, and we're to the last bit of like the last row of the fourth out of 5 of these. So I don't think I'm gonna go and just like complete the whole thing, because I think that if I pull out more of the yarn, I'll have to like fuss with it more. So I think I'm just gonna like finish to the end of this yarn, like I said, and then call it a day. Even though we didn't even get a whole panel done, it's still more than I had done before, so that's good. Alright, well, let's hit this other vape first, since it's been a while. Oh, and somebody gave me another like, I think. Because we're at 5 likes now, so thank you for the like. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Oh, that's no good. That's no good. Yeah, my knees have been feeling like they're gonna just go out on me. Just randomly. A lot lately. Hasn't been fun. Oh boy. Alright. Bless me. Whew. Hopefully we have enough of the yarn out to at least like finish this row. If not, then we'll just like stop at the end of this row and like, I don't know, throw it into the middle of the skein because I've got to like untangle all of that next time anyway. So what's the difference between untangling a little bit more of yarn? There's not much difference. It'll be okay. It'll be okay, I tell myself, as I make things harder for future me. Oh man. But yeah. What to talk about? So yeah, I've a lot of the stuff, god damn it, would you just work with me here? A lot of the stuff in the living room is done, but like I've got at least like 1 or 2 more loads of laundry and like a couple more things that I really need to hand wash. And then I've got ceramics that need to be packed up in boxes, and just a bunch of miscellaneous items as well that just need somewhere to call home. So it's not like a huge task, so like hopefully I can get it done tomorrow. But it's a task. Like it's gonna be work. Like that's why I'm not pushing myself today to do it. Because I just like if I had just been a little nauseous this morning, that would have been one thing, but with like throwing up and everything, like I just don't want to push myself that hard and then regret it later. Alright, so we're getting down towards the end of this row. But yeah, I don't know. I want to like write more songs that are like about things instead of just like words that sound good together. And I have to make up the meaning after the fact. Like I'd rather have meaning. Oh, 2 long rows, that's ass. That sucks. Well, at least it's just yarn and you can redo it. It's not like that's something my professor used to say in ceramics, was like, it's just clay, we know the recipe, and it's like, even with clay, it's like you gotta reclaim it and like remake it basically before you can use it to make things. But with yarn, a lot of the times you just, especially if you're just frogging, like you can just frog back to wherever you need to, and then continue on from there with the same yarn without even having to do anything extra or special. Like, as long as you didn't cut the yarn to begin with. But even if you did cut the yarn, you can just like tie it back in, and you've only lost a little bit of length. So it's really not that high stakes. I think that's why I like it so much, because it's such low stakes environment that is just like can be very forgiving, especially for like, I don't know, I guess for people who like don't like to feel like they're a failure because they messed up or something. It's not like putting paint on canvas, you know? Like, if you get through with something and you don't like it, like, you absolutely can just take it apart, you know? Oh, heard thunder. That's no good. Yeah, speaking of which, I think I just heard thunder here. Somebody said it was supposed to storm, like, tomorrow. They didn't say today. Yeah. But yeah, man. I don't know. I guess we'll leave it there, because we've only got like this much more yarn, and I can just stuff that back in to the middle there. So today we got done with 4 out of 5 sets of rows. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is what it's gonna look like when it's complete. And I might even wait until next week to work on it again with you guys. Just because there's no real incentive for me to finish this project any faster. And I do have plenty of other things to be working on. So let me do that and sit up real quick. So, yes, this is what we were doing. I wish I don't know, I think it's in a bag it was like already laundered. The one that I had made that's complete, so I don't know, I don't have that to show you. But yeah, so we got a little bit further done with one of these, and I think I'm gonna cut it there today, because oh boy, am I tired. And especially if I'm going to be like playing some ukulele tunes for a minute there before I take a nap, then yeah. And then hopefully I can take a little like hour nap or something, or like 45-minute nap, and then like go cut some grass, and we'll see how much I get done. So yeah, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And whatever it is, wherever you are, I hope you have a good one. Thank you. I already really do feel better, but I'm still gonna lay down for at least like 30 or 45 minutes. So just to be sure. But yes, I will get stuff done, and I will update you guys on the living room in the video that'll be posted on Friday, so stay tuned for that video. Hopefully it won't be super long, not as long as the last couple, but I will see you Friday in that video, and I will certainly try my best to Monday be here again for another live stream. And if it's not going to be Monday, then it should, I don't know. If I can't for some reason Monday, it'll either be the next Monday after that, or it'll be some other time throughout the week that I cannot notify you about. But anyway, I'm rambling, so I'll see you later. Bye!